Guys, the crypto market is at an extremely pivotal point right now. I was gonna make a video about the best airdrops to watch for, but I'm gonna have to make it tomorrow. There was also crazy amounts of FUD and some very interesting discussions in the XRP community. We'll also cover that later. By far, the most important thing that's going on right now is Bitcoin's price action. As you can see, the price just went to $39,750. We have not seen this price for a very long time. Just to put it into perspective, the last time that we saw Bitcoin go this high was all the way back here in April of 2022. And of course, guys, tomorrow, officially here in Dubai for me already today, it's gonna be the weekly close. And this is just so bullish. It's crazy to imagine. October was bullish, November was now bullish, now December is turning out to be nice. And I think for the most part, it's because people are anticipating this Bitcoin ETF to be approved soon. There are more and more hints that BlackRock is coming in hot, and the next approval window is in about a month from now. But before we move on, by the way, make sure that you press that like button. And I just found out that I could do this, that I can react. Hey. Sometimes technology still amazes me, you know? The fact that I can do this is very funny. But yeah, you guys get the idea. With regards to Bitcoin's price, Bitcoin set to break $40,000 barrier, says crypto expert. It looks like it just is a rising floor. Because again, every single time you look at crypto prices, it seems as if it's unstoppable and that we just keep kind of building on top of building with no real big come downs. And we described this phenomenon earlier when we were discussing the major barriers where a lot of shorts would get liquidated. But generally speaking, as long as people keep shorting the market, as long as people keep staying uncertain, you can see prices come back down. It's only when people get too certain that a certain direction is going to happen that you get too massive of a move and things end up not holding. And so preferably you have less of these massive moonshots. But this is what I warned you guys about 2 days ago, I think, when I said that the level to watch for is $38,600. And here is a moment where we just quickly touched above it, but fortunately we did not close, or unfortunate, depending on how you see it. Again, here we had a little battle between that level, and this is just basically a level of a lot of resistance and where a lot of people are just watching. And so now, the moment that we broke through, about 38.9, something like that, it just pushed all the way through towards 39.7-ish thousand dollars or so. And right now it's finding its way, as obviously $40,000 is a pretty big psychological barrier. A little fun fact, if you put $1,000 into crypto at the start of this year, time flies, by the way, because it feels like the start of the year was like a couple weeks ago, but it's a year. We're 11 months in, you know? You'd basically be up 134% or more. Most other cryptos have even performed better. And a little side note, if you do want yourself a free $500 Bitcoin trade, I've left a link to Bybit down below. You can basically use this money to long or short, and you will only get it if you use the link down below. Plus, of course, some other juicy sign-up bonuses. But that's all over on Bybit. Links down below for that. To continue on though, Horse said, all right, a couple weeks ago I said 38 to 40 would just be the top for a bit and then it would kind of come down. But it seems as if it's just a rising floor, meaning we're just going up but properly building. Again, who is selling much before January 10th, you know, before the ETFs? In that sense, nobody wants to sell when they know ETFs can pump the Bitcoin price up, which to some extent could be more of a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. I am warning you guys. That's why I made a video earlier today about this whole JP Morgan. I don't trust JP Morgan. I don't care about JP Morgan, but we use whatever they've said and think about it, obviously. And then our own conclusion is they are right from the perspective that altcoin season is not yet here. And so this could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event where we do see another massive correction like we've seen slightly before the previous halvings. Before, after the halving, you know, building up nicely, heading into a massive altcoin season at the end of 2024. And again, I'm massively bullish on crypto. I keep saying there are so many people who hate this industry, but then I look at money, I look at the potential, and I think, so those are two things, right? I look at money as a concept the way it is right now, and then you understand the potential of crypto. Combine them and you're like, why are people so skeptical about this technology, about this industry? A SEC veteran calls crypto a mammoth Ponzi scheme. Why do we give these people light of day? Just put these people in a hole, never let them back out. I think a lot of excitement in Bitcoin as well. When I say Bitcoin, I mean the entirety of crypto, but Bitcoin usually sets the precedent. If Bitcoin goes up hard, all coins follow and go even harder. If Bitcoin goes down, all coins follow and go down even harder. It's the way it usually goes. Except on neutral days, some altcoins perform way out of proportion and do something crazy on those days. Anyway, Fed chair's yesterday's remarks with regards to monetary policy, yeah, they got people excited about crypto even more because they know, people starting to notice more and more and more that first of all, the US system, it can't really be saved. It's based upon a lot of garbage. At the end of the day, taxes, the Federal Reserve, it's all a bunch of hooey. And fun fact, we just talked about the SEC, right? You know what the SEC also did? They complained about a ton of different cryptos like Cardano, Polygon, Solana, just to name a few. And we all know that Coinbase is always trying to be on the good side of the SEC because, well, they're in a lawsuit with them. They sued them because of stuff. And it's always an interesting battle. You know what Coinbase just did? Coinbase just added Doge, ADA, XLM, perpetual contracts, about to list Matic Bitcoin Cash as well. It's the funniest thing ever to see that Coinbase, from always trying to be on the good side, never trying to piss them off too much, except for the lawsuits, obviously, but usually working with them in every way, shape, or form, always asking for permission, now going ahead and launching these perpetuals, even though coins like Matic and ADA are heavily hunted by the SEC. That is the biggest middle finger to the SEC that I've seen in a while, and I'm all in for it. However, there are a lot of people right now that have been talking about Coinbase's endeavors. People have gotten bullish on Coinbase stock. There's one more thing that Coinbase is busy with. As you guys know, the layer 2 base. And I often refer to base when I talk about how optimistic I am about optimism, because that's the basis for base. It's a different coin, if you didn't know. But even though I wanted to make a video about airdrops, right? Like for example here, 7 months ago, I made a video about a Starknet airdrop. And right now the airdrop has been announced that it's coming and the cutoff date has come through, but we still don't know the exact eligibility criteria. Those will come out later, but it's always worth it to prepare yourself for airdrops because this season there's going to be a ton of them. I'm already warning you for it. And so I recommend you guys to subscribe if you're interested in a top altcoin video, because that's coming out very soon, a top airdrops video, a top AI coins video, a top small cap video. I have so many cool things that I have to share because right now is the time for it, because if I don't tell you now, you might be too late. That's why I keep saying you might want to subscribe if you're interested in either daily crypto news or altcoin updates, and I will post my trades on a different channel because right now a lot of stuff is going on and I want to separate the two. I don't want to show trades to people that are more fundamental investors, and I don't think it's wise to show people that like to only trade the market all news that they don't think matters, because usually it's two completely different strategies. But with regards to base, a lot of hype today, a lot of it, hundreds of thousands worth of views was going around all these speculatory pieces that Coinbase was going to go for a token, and they just basically denied that. So I wanted to quickly make that clear. I have to also mention, out of experience, right? I will tell you now that the one thing that can kill a lot of projects, I am warning you right now, is false narratives. If people make up a narrative, they make up some sort of speculatory piece, and then it gets denied, this can actually be the thing that gets crypto projects to fall hard. I'm warning you because it happened to XRP. The day that XRP hit an all-time high, the day afterwards, right, when things started to fall, was the day that Coinbase said they were not going to list XRP. You might say it's a coincidence. I don't think so. A lot of hype that brought XRP towards those heights, a lot of it came from Korea, but a lot of it also came from the narrative that at that time, a Coinbase listing would make your coin pump, and XRP was about to get a Coinbase listing. And so the moment that they denied it, yeah, the price didn't do too well. This season, yet again, though, there are going to be many fake hype pieces, and that's what you have to talk about tomorrow with regards to XRP. I've got to keep you guys completely in the clear because, as I said before, my goal here is not to be a financial advisor, but I'd say you're a financial friend. And so when people are spreading false narratives, I want to try bust that, so hopefully you guys don't have the wrong expectation. And all I'm asking for is for you guys to press that like button if you're enjoying these videos. And as always, you can always let me know down below what type of video you'd like to see next. And I'm warning you, there are going to be a lot of scam commenters. I cannot take them away. I tried. I have to say this every video. We had a full-time employee deleting comments, but it's just not worth it because if you delete one comment, 10 come back up. And it's bots. It's not real people, I think, that are putting these comments down, so there's no way to beat it. But regardless, I do read every single comment. I can't answer them all in depth, but just know that if I see the same thing come by multiple times, I almost always try to make a video about it. And now one of the most requested things was a top altcoins video, so that's in the making. I might even release that in a couple of hours. a top AI projects video. A lot of people wanted to know about AI coins and which ones I'm looking into. And I've got a couple of good ones that I think could do really well. And one was about my top like gems, those type of video. I will say that I will probably make a ton of top gem videos in a couple of months as the market really picks up. Right now, it's a little bit higher of a risk, where usually my spending pattern, my investing pattern would be, I wake up, I try to look for 2-3 new coins. You put a couple hundred, put a couple thousand, you put a couple tens of thousands, it matters. Or I should say it depends on how much money you've got, into every single one of them. And you rinse and repeat every single day. And if you see the track record, you understand why you do that, because you just need the right one to print you a 5,000x. Sometimes it happens, really. People are sometimes not believing just how crazy things are going to bull market. I'll give you an example. I actually have 2 examples that I can think of right now. Celestia. What is the return on this one? I have 3 examples actually that I can give you. The return on this one, you're thinking it's only 500%. No, that's the start of this chart. I think the return on this one is like 500x, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Oh no, matter of fact, it's a 900x from the seed price. So anybody who put in $1,000 got, because this was seed a couple years back, so it was locked for a while, got $900,000 back. So I want you guys to understand it does happen. Illuvium is another good example. You can see the price is $114 right now, $114. And many people might look at this and think, oh, that's amazing. And the starting price was 50, so it's doubled. No. Highest price you can see right here was about $2,000, let's say. So remember, right? Highest price, $2,000. And right now, $114. You've got this. The pre-seed round, which not many people got into, right? The average price was $1, but a lot of people got into this one, which is about a $3 price. And the public was able to get in at about 90. So this is just a matter of having connections or being able to offer value. But it's the same like buying pre-IPO companies. If you've got nothing to offer them, if you don't know them, you're not willing to put in the work, you're not willing to be a moderator for them, this, that. Sometimes you don't get these early deals, but the people that do still upfront don't know how successful it's going to be. But those guys would have at this point had a 2,000 times return. Any single $1,000 they put in turned into 2 million. And the reason I'm only grabbing a couple projects from the last couple years is because I did a check. Most people that watch these videos right now have been around for a couple of years. There's not many people that have only started watching my channel recently. And that's probably because there's been a crypto bear market and not many people joining the bear market. Most people are class of 2021. And around that time, many of you guys have been watching me since 2017 though, which if you are, you know what? Let me know down below which year you started watching me. Even if you only watched one video before, it's fine. Which year did you come across the channel? And if you guys want more videos on tokenomics, how to analyze these things, how to find these things, what you look for in the investor section, and how I got to know most of the people that invest, let me know. At some point, I'll make a video about it. I've done it in the past, but I can do it again. Just to kind of check here, these guys were raising tons of money. You can see here funding at 40 million. This is not even the valuation. This is $40 million worth of raising, but they they raised from Jump as well. But that is the private sale. Oh, that's the recently one. Okay, I see. It's the opposite way around here. So they raised $3 million from Binance Labs as well, from Pantera, some nice VCs, with the price of about 18 cents. This is Injective, which had a lot of hype all the way through. You can see that right now it's trading at about $18, with the majority of the potential not even being achieved yet. It's like still in beginner stages, I think, I find personally. But you can see just the crazy returns you can get for being early. And so that's why I have the philosophy of, and that's why I say this so many times, if I've got $1,000, I'll spend it on some opportunities. Because the 1,000 I'll make again, but the opportunity I might never get again. And trust me guys when I say, I just dropped something. No, don't trust me when I say that. Well, I guess you should also. But trust me when I say that I've lost so much money. And I don't think that really matters. I don't think losing money is a bad thing at all. Unless you're, weak-hearted. But I trust every single one of you has got the spirit to be a real proper investor. It's not about losing money that's bad. It's about either getting caught up in emotion with that, or if you only lose money, you never make any. I mean, if you've noticed, you just spent $1,000 this month, and it's only been loss after you tried 100 different coins. Maybe this ain't for you. Maybe you're not gonna pick it. But for the most part, if I lost a certain percentage of my portfolio, I know that I'm about to hit big because it always happens that way if the market is good for it. Because sometimes what you get is you invest at the exact wrong time, you just sign your deal, or you just buy some tokens, and boom, crypto market turns back around. You're royally screwed. That will happen sometimes. Again, I place these warnings for a reason. If you just sold your car, your house, your watch, your wife, your everything, all you've got left is a kid. Well, go crazy, you sell him too. And all of a sudden, the next day, Crypto goes down 40%. Those are bad times, which is once more why I placed a warning in the previous video. Not because I'm bearish on crypto. No, matter of fact, I'm extremely bullish. I think things are about to go way crazier. But it's because I know there could just be an 80% correction within a few days. It can happen. And I want you guys, even if that happens, to stay level-headed in knowing the halving will most likely bring the same results with it, meaning you'll see it go like this, right? In a flowing motion towards the upside, but there are bumps along the way. And you might just get unlucky that they could be tomorrow, but it could also be after Bitcoin's hit 55,000. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen. All we do know is that it's going to happen at some point, but for me, it doesn't really matter because I keep buying every single day anyway. But for people that are not as seasoned yet and they are a little bit afraid, just know that we're all in the same boat. And the reason I talk about XRP and all these big cap coins is because I personally think those have a very high certainty of doing well, but the most amount of money is going to be made, funny enough, with the garbage that I talk about. Do I think that's the best thing for crypto? Not necessarily. Am I just being open and honest with you? Absolutely. A lot of people on the YouTubes, on the Twitter, can't handle pure honesty. When I tell you, things like Inspect here, they've got a very good chance of winning. They say, oh, Dusty, you're a paid shill. I keep telling you, if a video is sponsored, I put a sponsor tag. I am only telling you this because I actually think that these things are going to do well. And because I know that if I just keep going for these projects, that some of them will go 30x, 50x, 100x. It's proven. Another good example is last run. There was one coin called 𝗦𝗵𝗲𝗿, which officially did a 1200x, but the mean selling price for a lot of people was about a 400x. You don't get that with every single coin, but understand that you only need to be correct once. Okay, but let's just say the average return that people could have gotten is about 40 times their money, as obviously there was vesting involved. You then can be right once, wrong 39 times, and you'd still break even. So can I be wrong about this one? I can be. But if I keep buying into these, one of them will do a massive multiplier. And as time goes on, I'll explain to you more about the inner parts as to why I chose specifically this one to put a lot of faith into. Unfortunately, the hardest part, guys, trust, please, just listen. Don't even think too much, just listen. What I'm telling you, I could probably charge people $500,000 for. No, that's too much. No, maybe not. Finding the right coin, extremely easy. Because very often, if all the right guys come together, it'll always do well. Hardest part is getting your money in there. And that's the difficult part. That's why sometimes things are not as fun. Because obviously, if everybody knows it's going to do well, you're never going to be able to buy in. Last run, I explained, and again, I think this is thousands of dollars worth of value, but I explained exactly every single detail for how you can get in to sales that most normal people can't get into, but it takes effort and it takes some money. If you've not got $1,000 to spend on setting yourself up, or maybe even $2,000, maybe $3,000, it's just hard. If you've only got $1,000 to your name to do everything in crypto, or only you've got $20, sorry, but it's just harder to find yourself multi-million-dollar deals. But that's the truth of money, right? Money makes money. That's why a lot of my friends raise for their venture capital funds, because the more money you invest with, you get a percentage of, the more money you make. So more money equals more money. And it kind of goes on like that with anything. I'm going on a rambling spree again. It's just that I've got so much to tell you guys, but not enough time. But really, as time goes on and you watch my channel, trust me when I say, you'll notice who the real ones are. Maybe right now you still think I'm full of garbage. It's fine. But trust me when I say that most people are either lying to you, building a false narrative, and I'm giving you the straight up truth. A lot of people want you to buy their garbage ass coin. I have no interest in that. I know that if I talk about this coin right now, it'll probably have zero effect on the price in reality. Maybe if our channel gets crazy big, I have to start watching out more. But trust me, I have no 0% in you buying or selling this coin, or matter of fact, most coins I talk about. XRP, Chainlink. If you buying or selling is not going to make a difference for me. It literally does not matter. All I'm doing is telling you guys which coins I'm bullish on and why. Sometimes, in theory, right? I might not even hold the coin I talk about. I think a while back there was one coin I made a whole video about. Didn't even hold a coin. But there was crazy amounts of news. People wanted an update, so I give the update. Anyway, don't just take my words for it. You'll see the actions as time goes on. Last year, we gave away $10,000 to a couple people. This bull run, as I said before, what I want to do is fly 5 people out to Dubai with me, teach them everything I know about crypto. Why only 5? Because it takes time and it's hard, man, to teach people everything you know. But just 2024, I want to make it a huge year. I think it's going to be crazy exciting. I hope you guys are going to stick with me through the journey, and just know I'm rooting for you.